got it all planned out. Tonight is gonna be perfect. Until she gets a whiff of your bad breath. Yuck! Now, fix bad breath fast with Galvanic Blast. Our breath mints use only the rarest scent crystals, unearthed from certified Mirrodin mines. Don't trust those other mints, they'll leave you hydro-blasted. For flavor that will last, choose Galvanic Blast. Dealing damage to bad breath longer than any mint legal on the Tin Street market. For long-lasting flavor that is unsurpassed, choose Galvanic Blast Breath Mints. Feel the blast!
Available at Moros's Market. All right, everybody, welcome to PauperGanda. I'm here with all you early birds, mind stabbing, and Chimpskey Little Fight, and Hominid Smart. Good to have you with us. All right, so let me double check what the name on this one. DavidRoyale, I got it right there. Courtesy of Chimpskey sending me his list, which we will go over in a bit. The big difference here is his list had these new Balemark leeches. I do know we're running about 16 enchantments. I just found them very, very underwhelming. I could understand if it came into play and then left and it did the 1 damage, but it's only when it enters and we're not unlocking any rooms. So I lost those in favor of consistency and a curse and blade package, and I'm really liking this Final Vengeance card in a lot of matchups. Just 1 mana. Get rid of a permanent and exile a creature, which is huge against like Affinity and Blood Fountains and stuff. Enough about that. We got 17 basics in here. Got 4 vaults just because we are running 2 Deadly Disputes along with 4 of these and 4 of these. So we've got a 10 draw engine of 2. Aside from that, Warehouse Tabby, this is what it's all about. Don't forget that Death Touch trigger. It's really good against 4/4s and bigger. And whenever we're killing enchantments, we're able to get a lot of little guys. And honestly, we don't really attack with the rats all that much. We usually eat them via this sort of stuff and getting rid of things. I don't think this is quite as good as like a Black Sack is and stuff. It can have it can get flooded. I think I might want to cut like 1 land in this thing, but we shall see. Anyway, so we've got 4 nightmares here, 4 raids for our 8 in the enchantment department. 4 scorpions I added over the, what do you call, Balemark Leech. Just trying to really have a good game against red game 1 and being able to gain some considerable life. Shambling Ghast, Warehouse Tabby. We've got the Village Rites, Conviction. Fear of Lost Teeth is one of the new cards. Notice it's an enchantment creature, and when it dies, it's kind of like the what's that, Footlight Fiend or whatever that deals 1, but any target, and you gain a life, so quite a bit better. And then Final Vengeance and Tithing Blade is our removal. I'm running 2 of the curses. This is just a pure, just I'm taking some from the sideboard to make more room for the sideboard because this fits the theme. You can always kill one of these if they're on something that we don't care about creatures about, but for the most part, this shuts down a lot of decks these days. And then 2 Deadly Disputes. In our sideboard, 1 more of these, the last 2 of these. I was losing to Affinity. You get them to like 7 or 8 life, and then they start gaining and getting their graveyards back and stuff. So I know we're already running a total of 4 of these for Affinity issues, but I just like to have this. And plus, makeshift munitions can really murder this list. We got 2 Okiba-Gang Shinobis because we've got a lot of creatures. We might as well start doing something with them. 3 Spellbombs and all 4 Campfires. I'm not messing around against red. I don't like to lose those silly games there. So that's the changes I made. We went from, oops, got it set to the silliness here. Concede that one. Make sure I can see a person here. Let's go. 2, I meant this one, please. And I don't know why it didn't listen to me because I've already set this stuff up earlier, trying to make this show as seamless as possible. So yeah, that's how things work around here. Big update. We're entering a pickleball tournament next Saturday, so there will be no show next week. We'll be back on the whatever that's going to be, the 12th, because on the 5th I'm going to be competing with my wife, and it probably won't go well. I don't mean to sound negative, but here's the card that always follows me around. Okay, we get record and raid. We will keep this. But it is notorious in pickleball lingo and lore that couples don't play very well together. And my wife is an amazing player, but she kind of seizes up a lot of times when it comes to, I'm going to lead off with the teeth here over the Rekna raid, just in case they've got a hasted dude. We can at least take care of a 2/2 that'll come flying at us if it is that, which is the most probable. Anyway, so yeah, we had our league game the other night, and I just wish I could transfer my careless attitude in a good way, just chilling out and just whatever, she gets really high strung and cares a lot, and then she tightens up, and she's such a much better player than she is when it counts. So it goes like down a level. It's so I hope for her sake we can just kind of just play like strangers or something, whatever that means. But anyway, enough of that. I hope it survives the pickleball tournament. Yeah, well said. Alrighty, we'll go attacking here. I don't think we have to worry about red decks coming at us here. We'll get out our double raid package. This might not be the best idea because we've already seen an enchantment go to the yard, so this might be some version of hexproof that I'm not aware of, but for right now we'll just put the onus on them and go for it. We can always kill our own enchantments courtesy of a lot of our little new spells that what's it called again? The final something? The Final Vengeance. That's the one I'm thinking of. Good times. So yeah, I was really trying to play that list as is. It's just every time I drew that leech, I was just horribly underwhelmed. It's just a bear. Sometimes it has an upside. So, wow, this is really cool. All right, we'll drop another raid. We'll go off here like this. I think I'd rather convict it. Just draw the cards. We'll still kill that. Kill that. But we'll draw 2 cards. And, I was really hoping for a mana source there so we could bring out the Scorpion. Oh, well, we're going to have 2 hard-to-block critters next turn. Bad news is it looks like they're going to be filling up their graveyard and will probably be the victim of a Knot of the Bone. I couldn't think of a better catchier name than Black Chant. I'm trying to think of something that's good about, what's the word? Taby. Like Taby aggro or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Whoop. Alrighty. Here we go. We get critters. We gain life. And to blade or not to blade. I think I can't really do too much against that. I'm just going to develop here and go from there. Blades will usually get there. We'll see. Maybe another Satyr Wayfinder is going to get in our way, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. My goodness, been following the hurricane damage of Helena, the one that hit the southeast of America, all over the news. Pretty crazy. Pretty sure Little Fight's glad he's not in that area anymore. I saw quite a bit of damage to the Carolinas again. So they'll probably attack here, which we'll just let it in. Oh, nope, never mind. All right. Well, this is cool. They're probably planning on a little block, or what am I trying to say? Attack sack. If I Village Rites now, I'm almost guaranteed. Well, I will be guaranteed if I do this. So this is a safe play. I can just make a treasure token. Even if we whiff on land, we'll be able to still Tithing Blade. Now we're doing good. Okay. Let's, I guess we just bring out a blade here. Make them get rid of one of their dudes. Now I could pick on that one and just swing. Or I could bring out another Scorpion. I think I'm just going to bring out another Scorpion. We'll do that and attack with these guys. Because next turn we got 6. I'll be able to Final Vengeance. We'll do something else. And go from that. It is pretty chilly in the house. We've had a lot of cold weather, which I'm happy about. Just decorated the house for Halloween. You can see it from a mile away. Uh-oh. All right. Well, there we go. Eating them up quick there. Let's see. I believe we don't really care about their graveyard. I'm not too interested in the curses here. I think I'll bring in Vengeance and a Kami maybe. Actually, let's bring in 2 of these for that. I don't think we're going to have to worry about quantity with these curses, which makes these a little less worse because we're trying to keep it to our enchantments because we can draw cards with everything else. But Hopeless Nightmare is usually the target if you're going to sacrifice a enchantment. But, all right, let's see. That was a W, and that was against Humanity. Still never seen one of those deck lists work. They always build up this big, and then they're dead. Just not enough. I wonder if there would be a way like the Crown of, I think it's the Crown of Awe. Bring that up in chat. The white one, you sacrifice it and they get protection from everything that's named that gets protection from it. I think that's the one. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. But after what he just said, I'm not sure I want to be that anymore. So Shambling Ghast keeps this hand because we can just lead it out. If we draw a dead, we Village Rites it, get a token out of the deal, and we can keep running. So we'll keep. Like I said, this list is prone to flooding. I've been playing it since about Tuesday. I got third in the Pauper Classic Tuesday with the original list. And blame vodka for the loss there. Yeah, that's the one. God, it's so ridiculous that I can have that memorized. All right. Well, do we change the plan here? Let's get this online. Start attacking for 2 as fast as we can here. And we'll go from there. Very worried about my 49ers. They're like referred to around the National Football League as the Avengers because they literally have like all these like supermen at various positions. And the quarterback, Brock Purdy, is like the biggest Cinderella story in history. Went from like the very last pick dude everybody underestimated, and now he's just balling out of his mind and seems to just be doing whatever he wants on the football field. And so we've had a ton of injuries already. It's only like the 3rd game of the season coming up, and we're only 1-2. I was expected we'd be 3-0, but he just played out of his mind and without all of these weapons, which was what everybody's critique of him was. So that was pretty cool. Alrighty, we're only going to be taking a 3 there. We've got that online next turn. I'm going to just set up our creatures here. We'll worry about doing stuff next turn. Bad thing about edict effects with these ooze tokens is that they're going to obviously keep the highest one out, so they're just going to keep improving. Grapple, that's a good sign for us. Really don't want to see a Knot of the Bone. I've already got 3 slimes in the graveyard, so the next one's going to be pretty mighty. And then if our Okiba dies, we'll get a rat out of the deal. ESO, no, the pickleball's definitely, you know, like any racket sport, has some similar angles, but the barrier for entry for tennis is so high because of the serve. You can't really just show up and play because your serve is going to look ridiculous unless you spend a lot of time and money on it. Whereas pickleball, you can explain the rules and get somebody up and playing in about 5 minutes without being too embarrassing. And then there's so many nuances to it and stuff. And it's funny, there's a lot of pros from tennis that try to come over and they don't make the transition. So it's not a tier thing. There's obviously 2 different sports, but same thing with ping pong to racquetball and stuff like that. So very interesting. All right, here comes Okiba. Woo! Let's go. We'll do the thing here. Hopefully getting rid of some crucial cards. Make them discard a card. Pop, pop, pop. All right, a forest goes down. I'm going to just play it safe here. We're just going to Tithing Blade. We don't really have much more on the way of life gain right now, so let's kill that. Unless they've got some sort of use for it. And we'll get going with this here. I think the most I've had out is about 5 rat tokens, so it's interesting. I still feel the arm sometimes, so. Yeah, my brother was quite a tennis player, and he used to throttle me. And then I found some wizard at a park a long time ago that just there was a wall, and he showed me some basics and what I was doing wrong, and then I was able to play pretty close to even with my brother because he's 10 years older, and so the athleticism made up the difference of years there. And once I knew how to swing right, but don't get me wrong, I love playing tennis too, but man, now that when I look at the rackets now, I'm just like, oh my God, that's so huge. Well, I wish I would have saved the rights for this, but we're dead here. But this isn't too bad because check this out. We're going to draw a card here. How the heck is that going to happen? Well, we're going to get the kitty, or the kitty rat. We're going to make a token, and then off of that, we can rights it. I don't know if it's worth doing right now, though. Might want to just attack with something right now. Yeah, I think we'll just attack. I mean, we could just draw 2, but I'd rather just hit him for 1. Here we go. Warehouse Tabby in the house. Bloop. Here we are. Well, attack first. These guys are kind of useless otherwise. And we could scry this up too, which would give us a rat. That might be a better play. Sit back. I think I'm going to do that. Sit back. We could trip Nightmare, which will make another rat if they don't have another Drown in Sorrow effect. If they do, okay, they've got that. Big old 6/6. Pretty fearful at 19. See what we're going up against. Now we're going to guarantee what we draw. And we'll get another rat out of the deal. How will you do that? Because this will go to the graveyard, which will trigger the cat. And then we're going to see what we draw. All right. We don't really want this. Ooh, Okiba is pretty nice. We'll say top. We'll gain some life here. That's important. We'll get the rat out of the deal, which is prone to be Village Rites. Smack. All right. Let's do this so that they can't block. This might get a concession. Kind of feels that way. And I'll attack. I'm going to kill one of the rats here. I'd rather just hit a land and hope that we can raid out of that. Might be the incorrect play, but that's what I'm all about. There we go. Hey. There's the card we love. Okiba. The little biker gang rat ninja. Woo! It's funny, my office is so cluttered with Halloween decor anyway. I was looking around and I was like, maybe I should migrate that. And I was like, nah, I'll just leave it like that. Got lucky wife that puts up with a Halloween fanatic like me. Here we go. Can we turn on one of the blades? We can. But we got to do it as a sorcery, folks. All right, let's attack. Feels like we got this unless they've got some graveyard trick. Like I said, Knot of the Bone could really put them back in this. Funny Okiba. All right, I'm just going to stay nice and even with Tithing Blade here. We'll bring a Ghast back. Bloop. Maybe they've got, what's that one? Crypt Incursion. That can really ruin our day sometimes too. This way, if they deal with our creatures, we can at least have a clock. What's fun about Taby isn't that, you can really generate a lot of rats, which I guess in a vacuum you could. But it's usually 3 or 4, and they provide fodder for the rest of it. But what we just saw too is when the board gets wiped, you're usually left with some sort of resource, which is a really nice bonus to have. Bonbons in the house. Bonbons. That's what I meant to say. And if everything just holds like this, we'll just flip the other blade. Turn things on, right? Here we are. And there it goes. Okay. Well, we're naked again, so let's just do the thing. Bye-bye, Taby. Attack. So against honest decks, meaning they don't just gain like 30, 40 life like whenever they want to, these kind of decks can give you a false sense of awesomeness. Don't get me wrong, they're probably lower tier 2-ish if they work right. They can really add up the damage and have a lot of interaction and stuff and card draw and keep up with things. But moving forward, I'd probably like to merge this with like Black Sack. It's a very similar engine, but all right. So we still same thing. We get the cat out. The rat out of the deal because our road captain is an enchantment. After the stack finishes, then the rats show up to eat up the dead. Now, if we only had a Village Rites here, if they mess with our rat. There's the slime. We'll probably get a concession. Yeah, I kind of feel like a jerk when we've had Debt to the Commie in our hand a few turns here because, it's going to be rat for the win here. Or I could just Okiba, maybe make him feel a little bit better because I don't want him to think, got him. All right. Down goes the slime list. Create. So they did have that trick in the opponent just shared that they had unexpected things, which is my bad dad joke of Magic, which is very expected. Do the thing, says Mind Stab Throw. Is there a Pied Piper inspired card? Not sure. However, Chimpskey sent me a really cool list. I just couldn't flesh it out in time, but it was using the new room mechanic and reveal cards. What's that red one, Chimpskey, that you reveal a card and it deals damage equal to the casting cost? Because the rooms can sometimes be like 9 or 10 if you add up the combined cost. And so I thought that was pretty intriguing. I just didn't, kind of looked a little janky at first. And so I really would want to flesh it out and make it a little more competitive. But, yeah. Piper of the Swarm. Yeah, if I don't recognize a card, it's usually not common. So, Riddle of Lightning, yeah, that's one of the ones I like. An Erratic Explosion, that was the other one. And I think there's another one in another color, but it goes to show you, you know, these cards that people used to try to brew with and they shelve. It's like they get better as time goes on. Pretty cool. All right, we've got a really good hand here. I hope we're up against a lot of little goblins or something with this, or even like the Kildatha engine or the Sadistic Glee. We'll keep. Bring out a Scorpion and off we go. I don't mean to cast any shade on DavidRoyale's original list. That leech it's literally like playing Grizzly Bears. It's every once in a while it'll do the thing, and then it's 1 damage. So I want a lot more out of my 2-spot than that. You like the border? Yeah, I finally started making some new cards to sit inside of and stuff. I've got like 50 of them, so it's pretty hard for me to, repeat unless you're just an avid viewer and you watch every single show every single year. But I figured I'd give it a little go on that. I think I'm just going to bring out the curse next turn. I think nice and early like this. Of course, they could have a Dawnbringer Cleric given their color ratios, but especially now, right? No sense in leaving us vulnerable. Let's bring out a curse, targeting them. Having these main is kind of like a little like doo-doo-doo with the head, the cartoon noise. All right, what do we got? What's up here? My handwriting is getting so bad. Thank goodness. What did I just do to the screen border? Nothing. Not quite sure what you mean there. I just want to make sure my feed was still going. Alrighty, here comes Glinthawk. Gonna get us a life here. Woo! Always. At this rate, I think we're just gonna curse Scorpion just to maximize our mana. I wish it was whenever an enchantment enters or leaves, then it might just be playable in a style like this, but still not too convinced. Another curse. A curse be upon you. And we'll bring out another Scorpion. Here we go. So we get a little Fire Blast with an asterisk next to it for every creature, meaning it's going to be a 4-point swing, not damage, but they'll lose 2, we gain 2. Don't be they got a Therbin Charm. Of course they do. And it can add up quick. Okay, so let's suggest they don't have any removal. Cool. We'll just bring out the blade. Bloop. How's Nichols doing? Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either. It's been a long time since I've seen Nichols. Even in an event, too. So hopefully everything's all right with them. And Lorraine Soshi, I remember, she was having, this was like 2 years ago, a little bit of medical issues. She was going to be a host for a while and then bowed out. So I reached out to Shiraz about a month ago just to check in on him and tell him he's still in our thoughts. So, him being a Luddite, he didn't check his mail I probably sent him that message much longer time ago, and he's just getting around to checking it. But, yeah, wish he was doing a bit better, but we were just complaining about the universe, old man stuff. Sounds like he's on a bit of hard time, so if in the rare case you do see him, which is pretty rare because he's pretty much sworn off magic because of what they did to his account. So, but send him good wishes regardless. Yeah, I did end up reaching him. All right, cool. We'll do this. I love when I can maximize mana. Bloop, 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 bloop. We'll do this here. Get another blade out. The original list didn't have nearly as much removal. I added the blades. Your little guys don't really do much when they can't run into anything. The Lampad of Death's Vigil, if you could bring that up in the chat. That I had that in 3 outings for my 2-spot over the curse. Just kind of a late game finishing option. It's a 1/3 in black and fit the deck pretty well, a lot better than the leech. And yeah, so you could sacrifice a creature. The problem was, your spells are trying to sacrifice the creature, so that's what I was running into. The match. All right, well, they didn't like that. Off to game 3 already. Woo! Here we are. Well, got 2 wins already. That's pretty sweet. Old skills. Yeah, that card's also Lampet of Death's Vigil is also kind of a nostalgic card for me, because that's when Aaron, my youngest, got really into Magic, was when that set came out, and he played the hell out of that card. So yeah, while we look here and wait, this leech, just, I gotta leave the leech alone. I'm leeching off of it, right? I mean, technically, if you have it out and nothing happens to it and you draw all your enchantments, it's okay. That's pretty blah. Boy, these Scorpions aren't going to live long with this hand. We'll keep this. Performance. I believe they have a Discord. Playing a red deck, of course. I was all at them for that Discord, and then they just went quiet for like 8 months, so I don't know what's going on. And here we are. So this is your typical red list. You kind of want to run this up against your lists. Oh man, where's our curse now, right? All right. I'm glad we're facing red, because I haven't seen it in a while, and I built this in theory to be good against it, so we'll see. We'll probably got a Bushwhacker coming right up next. We'll bring out the Scorpion and pass. This is Bushwhacker. I might just, I don't know, take it. It's so frustrating. I want to trade, these 1/1s, but Lightning Bolt. We'll beat you to the punch, please. I love when I can do this. Use your 3 damage spell. We'll gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. These are completely useless in this matchup. Well, not completely. There are scenarios when you'd want to see one, but I'm going to favor the Goblins here because of Goblin Grenade. I want to cut down on their numbers, if you're wondering, which some of you aren't. All right, here we go. I'll just keep making them do the thing. I don't see why we should show them a vault yet, maybe to make them overboard. We're not doing anything with this mana here, so let's get rid of another goblin, which is probably what they're going to block with. I'm just going to slow roll this. Probably got another lightning bolt headed to the Scorpion. We'll just chill out. And big thank you to Iso, who's in the chat here. He's been took over, what was it, Land on Peanut, and then Arctic Ghost, and now it's Iso. So the Pauper Classic Tuesdays is coming to an end. Is that still true, Iso? I just wanted to publicly thank you for always, having everybody's back and making sure everything runs smoothly. Ooh. All right, there's something worth killing. Big old 2/2. Here comes another. We can get rid of those other goblins. See, these are edict worth. One more card in hand. All right, we'll block one of these. Not quite sure. I've got so many more of these rights. I think I'm just going to chill out. See what we can do here. Boop. We're at 15. They got 1 card left. God, we're just drawing everything but. All right, this turn we will probably sacrifice. Is it better to just do it now, though? I'm going to wait again. Oh, great. Okay, cool. Yeah, me being jobless now, I've got nothing to do on Tuesdays other than do that. I think sometimes Saturdays are my only day off of pickleball. Sometimes not even that. Like when I'm uploading, I'll go and play, get in a few games and do the thing. I'm glad you told me, because I won't let people know that maybe it's a goner or something like that, right? Well, I need to draw some cards. I'm going to negate this so we only lose 1 life right now. We'll convict it here. Gain the 2. All right. Okiba could have been better. I was considering running all 4 Deadly Disputes because we have the Vault of Whispers and cutting 1 of each of these, so we're only running 3 rights, 3 that. Something about it just didn't feel pure enough, right? Okay. Well, that's frustrating. We're going to have to probably kill our own Okiba after we gain the life here. I could just do it now, targeting that. I mean, this is a sorcery, so we've got to be careful here. Yeah, I think this makes the most sense. I'm going to do this now to the Blast Runner. I'm just going to kill that. Still taking 5. Red, everybody knows what it's up to, and it just gets there. Look at the curve, just 1, 1, 1, 1. So awesome. I really think we have a good chance game 1. It's just we've just been swamped with rights here. This is a bushwhacker. The game's over. Oh, the new Clockwork Percussionist, which is surprisingly expensive. Or it was. Is it still that way, Nim or Little Fight? Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, Mind Step Throw. Let's just kind of have like 4 dead cards in our hand right now. Alrighty, you're taking a whole lot. It's the new card of the set. I got one for like 50 cents, and then the next, like 2 minutes later, it wanted like $1.50. So I don't know if it's still on that trajectory or what. Not anymore. I figured it was just that day of stuff, so I chilled out. Yeah, I like this little card. Little creepy monkey. Dance to its beat, or it'll dance on your grave. Some of the flavor text in here is pretty childish. I could have done a lot better with a lot less. Scorpion, I like you. That represents life. Probably best to block with it, but I need stuff, you know? I'm going to just do it now. I've got so many resources here. I need to find some cards. Ah, shoot. Let's dispute here. We'll kill that. This will get us another resource of mana. Bring this out. Kiba. Can't really block. It will gain us a life. Kill one of the dudes. 2, 4, 6. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't think this Final Vengeance is feeling really underwhelming right now. I'm just going to take the life. That's going to add up to more damage over time. So trying to play to my outs. Don't have many here. Keep everything we draw. We have to kill to try to draw something that we can have some staying power here. We're fighting. Hopefully they can get flooded like we are. Booyah. Maybe if these games keep going as fast as they are, we might play the original list at the very end just so people can see what I was talking about. Watch, we won't draw the leech. That'll probably be the way of it. Oh, that's good to know. He's okay. Yeah, that's usually the way. These old supply and demand. Oh, when it dies, exile the top card of your library. You can play it until the end of your next turn. That's pretty sweet. We're at 2. Are we dead? Probably. And it dies, so they're probably going to reveal... Oh, they revealed the Percussionist. That's pretty funny. Down he comes. When does haste not have haste? When it's the second main phase. I won a game with a Valley Dasher doing just that. Well, we'll bring out this. We're just dead. I'm not going to show more of the deck. Let's wrap this up. Put an L for the first time today. And these will come in. Campfire in. I don't like this 1-for-1 stuff, but we don't really have much else going on with our removal with this Final Vengeance. I think I'm going to keep these in. Maybe I'll just go to 2. Got all kinds of blockers here. Tabby's not going to be that great here. Really, really going to be wanting to see these guys early and often, and this guy will keep us alive. Nightmare's going to be good fodder for the fear of loss. I mean, what do you call it? I'm going to get rid of 1 rights here, and we're going to go like that. Boop. I think the Clockwork guy's here to stay. I think that's a pretty darn good red spell. Yes, let's do this here. Oh boy, this is a nice draw, huh? Keep. Oh, this is great. I mean, almost couldn't stack this any better. We're going to lead off with a fear so we can trade with 2 2s, have an enchantment, and then drop curse. Even a land here is fine. I'm not going to be worried about nothing. Here we go. Hiya. Probably the worst thing they can see at this stage of the game. Bloop. There we are. Chilling out. We will Nightmare Curse. Or we could Convict Curse. Let's set this to start doing lots of work. come over for 3 regardless. Here comes minimum. Menace to the rescue. Woo! Okay. Another curse on you. Bloop. And should I chill? Convict? Nightmare. Let's do that. Red needs their cards. I'll just chill out here. Oh, Dr. TNT 30X. There's the list, courtesy of DavidRoyale, I believe the name was. Changed it up a little bit. Ooh, we got a Galvanic Blast out of the trade. That's pretty good. That means their hand is all gas. Took and modified it a little bit. They were using a lot of the newer cards. We kept most of them, but got rid of the Belmark Leech. Oh yeah, I didn't know his username. I thought it was the same. I'm not playing enough. Okay, I guess we'll just do this and shoot him. Cutting down on resources here. We'll gain 1 more life via that dude. Considered taking the damage. Might have been a better play there. Now it does seem to be the better play. Dang it. Alright, we'll lead off with a Nightmare. Another Gal Blast. Okay. So we're going to trip these Nightmares EOT so we can make sure that we're going to hit a creature so that we can convict it and hopefully block with it. I just want them to run out of resources here, but yeah, for sure, little fight. I was thinking of every new set that came out, and then after about 5 or 6, I'm like, oh man, that might be overwhelming. Okay. There's that. I got another going all in here. We're going to build back up, but it's not going to last very long. I like to do this right now because a lot of times people miss their combat step. I'll scry 2. This is good. We'll say bottom and then top. This represents a trade with the goblin if it lives, but as we all know, I'm going to kill it and draw 2 cards from it. Not the best creature I could have drawn. It would be nice to see a scorpion there. I guess we'll chill here, see if he wants to throw a spell at that. Right now, it represents a trade with the Tomb Raider. Can't cast too many more creatures. They've gotten rid of 2 of their best spells in the Gal Blast and the Yard. We'd really like to see... Okay, that part blows. I'm going to convict this. We're going to be taking 6 here. I'll make a treasure token. Well, I got plenty of mana. Let's make this weaker. Watch we win by 1 life, right? That'd be funny. We'll take 5. Scorpion. Okay, I don't mind seeing you, Scorp. Note to self. I should have dropped that swamp so that I could have tripped the Nightmare again. It's not like little rats are going to be able to block because they can't. Man, we're already at single digits and we had a really optimal draw. Shows how good this red deck is. This is very good. We'll do the thing with the Raider. Gain some life. Only thing I don't like about this is our Scorpion's just naked. If they want to bolt it, they know it's going to die. We just do the thing. But we can Hopeless Nightmare trip at the end of the turn. And go from there. Which is why I don't want to trip it yet. Ooh, boy, they've missed on their mana. This is what's wrong, though, right? They've just got all gas. They've been discarding Gal Blast, and no lands have been hitting, meaning everything has ill intentions on it, right? Okay, we take 2 more. Hopefully they can't sack a permanent, or I'm dead. All they got to do is sacrifice a permanent, and I can't block here. So here's one of them. Let's see what happens here. Aha. Okay, does the Scorpion live? Here we are. To the end. Trip the Hopeless. Make sure we don't draw dead. All right. Well, that does nothing. And this doesn't really do much either. I do have the option of... We're going to be gaining a life here. That's 6. I don't want Nightmare. Sick bottom. I think I put this on top because I can death touch it. And it's another blocker. And it'll kind of force him to try to do something here. Here we are. More life showing up. Is it enough? Probably not. We'll bring these back. So now I represent a double damage. And they've got to use removal on something instead of my face. Let's hope. Remember, with Menace, you need 2 creatures to block. Interesting scenario. Next turn, we'll have 3 if the board stays the same. This little cat. We're going for that second ability, Death Touch. It'd be nice if it was out when we were tripping all these nightmares, but that's just to stay alive. This is an interesting little chess game right now. All right, we have weathered the storm, at least for this turn. Bam. Oh, thank you, Campfire. My God, what a perfect timing for that card. 2 life a turn. We'll chill. All right, take that. So now we're hoping that they overboard. They saw that, they were like, well, I got to get that curse out of the way, which red doesn't have a way of doing, but we did show them that we're on a look at this, these 1 drops. That's why we can keep up with red. I think we're good. I think we're good. I might want to do 1 for 1 here. Let me try this. So I'm losing 2 of our draw effects. It just seems like we have so many. And so many things are trading that sacrifice a creature, draw 2 can be dead. So I don't want to see so many of them. We still have like 8 effects that do that. We've got this life gain. Oh, this is almost as good as last hand. And that barely got there, so we'll see how this goes. There we are. Because of that, we'll lead off with Fear Lost Teeth. So we can at least option block here. Gain life. I love these little 1/1s that just represent like upgraded bully damage where they can take out a 2/2. Pretty sweet. Yeah, that Cryptomancer is pretty sweet. You got to check that out, Little Fight. It's a nice way to save your creatures at flash speed. Come on over, Blast Runner. All right, I'll do the thing. Let's go. All right. We'll do it to that. We'll gain a life. This attack meant nothing. We're just going to drop that curse. Don't be Goldatha. Good. All right, maybe Goldatha's next turn. This is still going to be tight, guys. Curse first. And then we'll probably raid Campfire. Might be better to just raid Campfire, trip Campfire out of respect. So we still haven't seen Bushwhacker show up, and they are in there. So, oh, Doctor says, really want to build your Frog Mill deck. Want to ask you how decent the deck is again. It's very decent. I lost the frogs and went with all 4 Ents and all 4 of the Island Cycling Lorien Revealed. And that thing just screams now. I played it against Little Fight the other night. I think it was about a week or 2 ago, and I think he was of that, like, oh, this is going to be easy. And it's like, whoa, where'd my deck go? It's just gone. Those 3 toughness backsides are nasty. At 14 already. Okay. Let me bring out the Campfire. I'm just not messing around. I'm going to trip this immediately. We're just going to play this immediately. We go up to 17, and we hope for the best. It's going to be doing 2 damage a turn. They're probably going to be able to deal with that Campfire right now. Nope. Or maybe now. Great Furnace showing up. I got plenty of fodder for... There's one of them. Crunch. We'll do the thing next turn. Gain some life. Got like this optimal kind of scenario here. And we're still kind of drawing dead. All right. Let's bring out this. We'll tap our artifact lands priority here. Bring this out. Make them lose 2. See if this is a quality card. Please be good. Nope. And more life. And here we go. Next turn, we'll probably convict our Okiba when it blocks. Probably gets bolted. We're at 14. Feels pretty doable, but, you know, they could just have another... okay, Mountain shows up. I like that. Still, man, God, it's a lot of damage. Crunch. Woo. Smack. I'll let it go. Too much stuff to do. Let's do this here. We have a blocker finally. Do this now. Play this now. This represents sack ability, and then we can make sure that we draw something good. It's going to be a tough turn, guys. They just keep attacking here or sacrifice something, and I'm in pretty deep doo-doo. Need like some scorpions to show up. Goblin Tomb Raider showing up. That's another 2 damage on the spot. Synthesizer triggers are a nice way to get around the curse. Okay. Or no, it isn't. I thought that somehow negated it, but I guess it doesn't. Well, this is Tradesville here, unless they want to kill that. All right. We are in deep trouble. I avoid that, but can we even survive here? That's 6, 7, 8. Man, this is crazy. 1 life. And you don't think things matter? Ha. Wow. Let's make sure we don't whiff. Don't think we're getting out of this. It feels like this deck needs like a Arms of Hadar, right? These are completely not needed right now. I'll say bottom here. I guess we do top for this. We've got Okiba showing up. There's that. Gain 2. Bring out the Scorpion. Bring out this. It's only a mountain. A blocker and a 2 life exchange. I think I'm going to lean on that as opposed to anything else. I don't think we're going to win this one, guys. This looks pretty hopeless. Yep. That's not good. And it has haste, which is very relevant. But we do gain a life. But it kind of waxes the difference there. Okay, we're going to go... Well, shoot, I guess we do the thing here. We've got to keep in mind, we might be able to win here, too. 2, 4... I guess I block here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4... That'll negate that. We'll be at 1 life. Let's try that. For blockers, we'll sacrifice this, gain 2. They lose 2. Then we lose a whole bunch. Okay, don't mind that. We're at 1 again. Got to do 2 damage to our opponent. All right, we'll bring out the Taby. Bring out Scorpion. Gain some life. And sacrifice the thing. We'll do this too. I guess we'll do this guy. Sacrificing this. We'll get to scry this way too. Oh, is there any way to draw a card at instant speed? My stuff's all going to be dead next turn. So I'm going to have to block. So I don't want to have rights. I mean, I don't think we're going to live here unless they screw up here. I'm going to say bottom, bottom. Yeah, they got to... Hopefully they don't read the text on the rats that it can't block, even though it's in bold. Yeah, I'm like in Final Vengeance. I think I went a little too hard in the paint with 3 of them main. I think 2 might be better. That's so much for 1 mana, though, to exile a creature. It's like, woo, kind of redundant when you use it on a token, but So if they drew a mountain, we might have a shot. Oh, this will kill them. Unless they have Bushwhacker, but I don't know why they did that. Now if I just block, they're dead, right? Oh, I see. So that's 6. I can't double block there. That's right. So I thought that was a bad play, but it ended up being a good play. If I do, no, I can't do that. This can't block here. I have to double block because of the menace, and that's exactly 6. So the little rat ratted me out. As the Scorpion damage will go on the stack, and yeah, if we had the Village Rites, not that I could, I mean, it was coming up next had I known, but if we had a Village Rites effect, we could have won right there. But with it on the stack, we kind of could have won, but a lot closer than you think, you know. It's pretty cool. Hey, guys, I'm going to go get some coffee. I just need to warm up mostly, and I'm going to check out the Fire Ice Vodka commercial we did a while back. Don't play it all that often, so hopefully it's new to a lot of you out there, because we've had so many new commercials recently. Be back in just a few.
Our ingredients have historic roots. Our water combines the spreading seas of Zendikar with the rushing rivers of Ixalan. Our grain is harvested from windswept heaths under Amonkhet's nourishing second sun. From the russet wolf potatoes to the straw golem berries, each piece of our mystical puzzle is then blessed by the order of the Ebon Hand, transmuting our prismatic ingredients into a magical elixir that is then held for 5 Teferi time twists. Then, our Balduvian brew mages carefully select only the finest examples, which are then exiled within our patented guild-packed glass. Introducing Jaya's hot and spicy chili vodka and Jace's refreshing ice gin. Fire and ice. Experience your opposite. Available at all Singhair superstores.
And we're back. Yeah, I just didn't have a way to sack the Scorpion for the chat question there via Mind Stab. So got to give Red its credit. You know, you bring in 4 Campfire and, 8 pieces of hate, including the Trespasser's Curse, and they're still able to nudge you and get there. That could have gone really either way. I think we had the real bad draw in the first game with all those Village Rites effects and none of our creatures showing up. So again, changes I might make are probably adding the 2 Deadly Disputes, so that we're running 4 of those and only 3 and 3. So we still have a 10 draw package, but who knows? Sometimes you get marooned at 1, and those are the saving moves, right? But yeah, there was no way to kill the Scorpion at instant speed that I saw. We were hellbent to keep. Too bad the ability goes on the stack. All right. Up against Red. Maybe we'll get some sort of semblance of revenge. Different player, same deck. See how we do this time. Bring out the Fear, and if we don't draw a land here, I will probably not block. Nightmare's a pretty good card against Red because their hand quality is kind of can suffer once they gas out, and that just accelerates them to gas out. 1, 2, 3 rights effects. This is crazy. Uh-oh. All right. Well, they're not going to do that. Then we'll run into them. Good. Here we go. Let's attack here. I've already shown that they don't want to trade creatures. And if they do, I'll still sack it, but we get a free damage this way. We will, let's rights this one. Bloop. shooting this one, gaining some life in the process. You know, I might want to do the Nightmare right now because this is a Madness style deck. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Man, wait, look at right. There's officially too many of these sometimes. I didn't run into this all week, but today this just seems like all we're drawing is all 8 of our rights effects here. Yeah, I think I'm going to roll off Nightmare here so they don't get any discounted Madness effect. Probably lose the Madness angle here. All right. Yeah, I think I'll lose the Nightmare for games. If this, if we start seeing like a Imp show up, which I don't know why we wouldn't. They've got all the pieces of Rakdos Madness here. Yeah, the only way we could rights in that last game was the next draw step, which that's why I was like, I don't want to. I knew I was going to have to double block, so I don't want to just top deck rights if in some scenario we lived. So there's that. Maybe Sneaky Snacker belongs in the list. Who knows? Okay, Jagged Barrens. Off we go. Warehouse Tabby. Okay. Sure wish this said enchantment. We'd have the spell that does the thing, but for right now, I guess we're just going to set up here. We'll gain a life back, bring out the Tabby, and here we are. Okay, another 2 and 2. This is the kind of deck I'm pretty worried about, just because they're able to gain just enough life. If you have any sort of main deck life, it's a bit frustrating because we nibble at people. Very similar to what the rat artwork is in the background here. Got to think of a better name for this deck. Tabby Attack. I don't know. Tap the Tabby. Ritual Offering. I'll have to check that out. That's pretty cool. As we draw a whole lot of nothing. We'll attack into this. Thinking of killing the cat. My goodness. Just want to draw some cards here. Let's attack first. I think I'll do that. We have so many draw 2 cards, and we didn't hit our land here, especially if they want to bolt it. All right. See ya, cat. Meow. Zap. Give me a land. No. Okay, wow. Deck's really fighting us right now. I'm not sure if I want to see the curse here. Yep, Rakdos Madness it is. Alrighty. Both hurting for mana a bit. I think Vampire's gonna be playable, especially with that that Vampire enchantment. It acts like a what's the card called? The -2/-2, but if it's a vampire, it's +2/+2. I love those flexible options like that. Yowza. They're at 19. We're at half-life. There's that. Cool. Gain some life here. We're going to do this thing. I wish I had the Tabby out, but I'm just trying to stay alive at this moment. We'll do this. Shoot the Snacker. Draw land, thank you. Good grief. All right. Now then. Do I want to save that for that? Or do the other thing? Or bring out the Tabby? I only got the 2 cards. Bring out the Tabby. Another Hellbent right now. That was my argument for doing this earlier, but probably going to have a few of these creatures get waxed, and Snacker's coming right back, probably. Grab the prize is another one I picked out. Draw 2 cards. If it wasn't a land, grab the prize, deal 2 damage to each opponent. That's pretty creepy artwork. Digging it. Back comes the snacker. Have to get that curse down if we ever can let up on our ability to keep taking damage every turn. Yeah, Elves is never out either. That deck can explode. Right, here we are. There's that. I guess we could Taby writes our own Okiba-Gang or something of that nature. I'm gonna start gaining some other life though. I feel like I just want to play the curse out right now. Represent some sort of life. Attack. More 3. Taking 4. Bring out the Taby. Just trying to play to win here. It's pretty tall order right now. Yeah. There's 4 of our life. Any other tricks and we're dead? Yep, we're dead. All right, off to game 2. I'd much rather face red deck wins than that. That feels pretty dire. Campfires are going to be coming in. I do like Tithing Blades here. I'll take the Vengeance out and the Nightmares come out. We don't want to fuel their fire. This might be interesting. Said no one ever. I'm not doing that. Trespasser's Curse going in, and we'll take out, we're only going to have 1 Vengeance. I'm going to lean on the Blades. I think it's kind of a bit better. Now, the question is, do I want to get rid of their graveyard with the Spellbomb? We might want to play one of those. Let's just try one. We'll go on the Campfire plan again, very similar to the other list. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Ritual Offering. I'm not sure if I have those. I'd like to play first. Yes. 2 lands, acceleration, we're good. Since this isn't red, I always like to lead off with Ghast here, in case it does meet an easy demise. It accelerates your ramp. Black ramp, said no one ever, but that's about as close as we can get. Remember when this card was printed, I was like, it's all right. And then more and more I played it, I'm like, damn, what more do you want for 1 mana? Oh, fake news? Okay. I was going to say, it didn't quite ring a bell. Never mind. Yeah, me too, ESO. There's so many times when I'm like, and then I got to wait till next turn because I passed and now it's your turn. What was the one that everybody got so excited about? You don't even know you're dead yet or something. It was 1 black and instant, but it like never sees play. When you look at it too, you're like, oh my God, I'll just blow apart the metagame with this move, and nope. Okay, off we go with the Ghast. Tithing Blades will hopefully hit Kitchen Imps. You are already dead. That's the one. Yeah, I thought like, oh my God, there's no way this isn't going to see a lot of play. Boy, was I wrong. Okay. So now we like this Heavy Rites draw. I'll lean on this again. Yeah, we need like a Hadar effect. Bum, bum, bum. These guys are really good against killing the sneaky snackers. They only do have the 1 tough side, so we'll be able to do that. Or EOT this one. Blop. Yeah, let's do that now. I'll shoot this, and we'll do the thing on this. Just cut down on their creatures so that Tithing Blade does something if I do have to play it. Cool. All right, we'll get that Taby active with the creatures behind it. Well, this just got interesting. Boom, boom. Oops. Boom. Attack. So again, if they wipe the board, We make a treasure token, get a rat, and do a damage. There's much worse scenarios. This is a swamp, and we might be, what's it, Dregs of Sorrow? Is that what the card's called? Can't quite remember. Apologies again. A lot of October I'm going to be in and out on Saturdays, but there will be no show next week because of a pickleball tournament. It's bleeding over, people. Nah, just trying to do something outside of our local area to see how we stand up. Plus, we're going kind of playing up a level. I keep trying to convince my wife we gotta play more like that. All right, so let me bring out a Tithing Blade next turn, no problemo. As we take 2. Oh, okay. Oh, want to block, do you? Well, watch this. Tithing Blade. I think I want to bring out the teeth here so that we get 2 rats if they wipe the board. Manicots.com, Glimmerlight. Can we bring that up in chat? Sometimes I think this deck needs Brute Squad too, or Ginger Brute. I always say Brute Squad. Glimmer enchantment. I thought that reminded me of what I played in the pre-release. A lot of mana. I know we have treasure tokens, but don't believe I would want to run that. Vampire Kiss might fit in this list. Just getting rid of those lands late game. Dayakuba's back. All right, you got me and my wife in a pickleball. All right, we're using cheap paddles from Amazon, but something nicer. What brands do you recommend? I have the Yola, which is, I think it's Jola. I run the old school paddle, the Solar, which I never see anybody running, but those are my favorites. And as a cheap pauper, I will tell you, paddle makes all the difference. I went back to use my old paddle to speak to your point, Dayakuba, and it felt like I was hitting it with a dinner plate. It was really ridiculous. So there's a place here in the States where you can just, it's called the Pickleball Exchange, and you can just go and they have a court inside and you just try out every paddle. So I'd recommend a place that does that. It's a pretty popular way of selling stuff. So a lot of times they'll let you try things out. So maybe try that angle. All right, let's bring out Spellbomb. And I think I'm just going to attack here. I haven't seen any Hadar shenanigans. Glimmer of the Light. When it enters enchantment, gets... yeah. Could be. Spellbomb showing up. What do we got here? If I do drop the Scorpion and board gets wiped, we can do 4 damage to our opponent. And we'll get 1, 2, 3 rats out of the deal. So this has pretty neat resiliency in a weird sort of passive-aggressive way. Glad to know it's a worthy investment. Yeah, it really is. My son just got a paddle called the Shogun, and he just loves it. And he's an insane player. He's like really 5-0 or better. I mean, he's nuts now. Okay, I wish I had an effect to kill that, but we're going to get a rat out of the deal, so that's cool. Kitty, kitty. Meow. Why would the rats be waiting in the weeds? More damage. Haha. So in come the board wipes probably. It's feeling a lot like the red matchup. I think we're boarded right. Let's do the superstitious shuffle here. It's got to be right in the middle. There we go. Boop. Acoustic kitty. Yeah, and if I was you too, Dayakuba, take your most comfortable like old sunglasses or even computer glasses and pop out the lenses, because if you sweat like I do and you're playing, one anti-fog's one thing, and then you'll get sweat on them, and you just need the framework to keep your eyes safe, because if you start playing at the net with guys especially, you can take some right to the face, and everybody knows some horrible story about their eyes being torn out or something crazy, getting scratched permanently and stuff. We're going to mulligan that. I've seen that kind of hand before. Oh, boy. Mulligan. Keep. Alrighty. I like... 3 curse, probably too many. Do need some offense. This is horrible. Always have to sacrifice something. Okay. That way they fit perfectly. You don't even know they're there. And then if you take one right to the face, your eyes are safe. So it provides just enough of the bounce there. And you can do a lot of Three Stooges jokes on the court. Or you get people that'll just stare at you and they're like, those are the clearest glasses I've ever seen. It's like they're not even there. And courtesy of another PauperGanda, if you get really into it, the Zero shoes, the Zero Pro, it's like playing barefoot on the court. And if you're used to that sort of thing, I'd really recommend those because I'm loving mine. Let's get the curses out early and often. I'll just slowly wear them down here. The fear of lost teeth. And look at this artwork. All these teeth and the souls, the Tooth Fairy coming alive. Creepy. Highway robbery showing up. It'll be discarding a card. Oh no. I am so thankful for pickleball. I'd probably be 20 pounds heavier if I didn't have it in my life. Ultimate cardio. And the ultimate couples sport, I think, as long as you don't play partners with your other. There's about 1 in 20 couples I notice that play well together. Everybody else, it's like, don't do that. That one little tip, one little note of encouragement always gets met with the little like look of there's too much history between us. All right, I would have really liked to land there. I'm going to gamble on this not being blocked. They've fallen for this before, though, so they'll probably block. Nope. Okay, cool. We'll do the thing. We'll convict. We really, really, really want to hit a land here. Kill that. Land. Thank you. Let's go. All your creatures are dead. Let's go. There was a funny radio host out here in California a couple years back, and he used to sign off with, "Stop exercising, you're killing yourself." Which in the case of like marathons, I think is almost true. Never met a consistent runner that didn't have bad knees. All right, they're staying in it. Not courtesy of creatures, though, which I like. So Campfire will hopefully stay up. Haven't seen any artifact hate yet. We haven't really shown them much either. So at this rate, we will just do the thing with Campfire. Bloop. Let's get some aggro out there just in case. Have some options. Next time we'll just do another Campfire. There's that. Yikes. Double temper. Madness is so brutal because they get the spells and then they just refill their hand. So beautiful when it works. Bam. We're at 6. This is grim. I do not know where Dreamer Stingo is today. I believe they were here earlier in the show. Could have that completely wrong. All right. Note to self. Let's start gaining some life. This is getting grim quickly. I think they're just in the burnout plan phase. This might change their tune. As we can just do this and this. Going up to 10. Attack. Here we are. Long way to go. I do like the Ghast here. Fear of the Lost Teeth and all these sack effects. I might be able to kill the one creature they put out. That'll gain us 2 more life. Vlad Tepes in the house. Welcome back, Captain. Good to have you with us. Well, we've taken a lot of fire to the face. Let's see if we can stay alive. Sneaky Snacker's going to be our friend in this matchup. Long time catching us live. I know, it's been a while since I've said your name. Yes. Thankfully, I can. There's so many cool standout names I can remember. Especially Dayakuba. So happy you're getting into pickleball. All right. Okay, this represents life, so I'm going to do it. Boop. Here we go. I'm going to gain 1 life, or 2 life now. Oh, okay. Cool. Look at that. We beat Rakdos Burn. little bit too much life, a little too consistent. I think they were kind of waiting for a finisher. Well, here we go for the last round. I think, depending if this goes really long or not. So we beat the Humanity, we beat Orzhov, we lost to Red real close, and then we beat Rakdos Burn. So here comes our good friend of the show, Little Fight. Yes. We've got good stuff. We'll keep... Little Fight's almost always on burn. He's been working on a Simic creation lately, though, but we shall see. Yeah, I keep kind of slapping him down with his ninja list, but he keeps bringing it, so maybe it's evolved. Here we are. Let's lean on this in case there's some sort of thing I want to kill, even though I don't have any of our draw effects here. There's that. Sure, let's block. We still do damage. I think I'll double Nightmare here. Yeah, I like that. Nightmare here. Don't be land. So first one's probably a land. Oh, that's not good. Hopeless Nightmare again. Smoke Shroud's good to see. He's still playing this thing. Get that 2/2 theme. This Bushido read again. Blocks or becomes blocked. It's just encouraging like a long game. Not a fan. Much rather run Pit Sulk. Especially with Ginger Brutes. Alrighty. Been wearing up. Hopefully we just draw into a land here, because that way I can Scorpion. I don't know if I really want a Scorpion Blade here. I think they're leaning on that for... Ooh, that's interesting. Let's do this. This'll hit meat. Let's go. He's probably like, good grief, stop doing that. And Scorpion. I got a ninja he's going to turn on. But if he uses the plant token to do it, then they'll be down to the one critter, and then the blade will be effective. Our big Costa Rica trip, pickleball adventure, is coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks. So I've got to go to the store today and make sure I have I already have like 4 identical outfits for when I play. I'm like the Man in Black and Princess Bride, which makes a lot of sense because I can play left-handed too. I always make a lot of Inigo Montoya. Here it comes, this Moon Circuit. Nope, just 1 damage, all right. Cool. Particularly brutal with that. All right. Let me do the Taby. I guess I attack here. Block. Okay. It's also not left-handed. I'd like for this to matter, so I'm going to do this. This way our blade will actually hit if this is a ninja. I just don't understand playing this. Ba-doom. 4/3 flyers, nothing to sneeze at. But that's why I blocked like that. So I'll do this here. Bloop. And then this here. A green ninja? Yeah. Little Fight's not on burn, he's on Simic. Those are his 2 very favorites from day 1. Alright, I'm going to probably trip a Nightmare. Get some rats out of the deal. Try to shut the door here. Especially if we draw the land, because that'll equal another damage. There's the Fang. Now it gets flying. There's that. And I'll just smash in all of this. Pop. Cool. Well, the curse is pretty cool. Yeah, let me put a curse on him. And I'll attack, let's do these guys. Yeah. I believe so. Just the one. This way I get a rat out of the deal if they want to block. Cool. I guess we'll just kill that. And we'll get a thing out of the deal. There we go. Curse will start making a bit of a difference here. Boy, maybe I should play Gary. Look at our board. Gary for 9. That'd be pretty sweet. Always yield. Always yield. Maybe I shouldn't always yield to that. There might be a time I can trick it. Representing 1 blue something or other. Okay, here we are. At 9. I believe I'm just going to bluff attack here. Can always turn on the Tabby's ability if he wants to go there. Okay, that's 4 damage more. Doing the thing. I'm just going to keep the pressure up. Stuck at 2 mana because we made him discard so much stuff. I mean, there was only 1 island, but that's kind of the theory, so you can't really turn on Gingerbread's ability. I'm so glad I got my Halloween decoration done. Come on, guys. Somebody think of a cool name, clickbaity name for something to do with the Tabby and black. Because, you know, I've had a lot of black decks over the years, so I'm trying not to make it too much that way. I see him on Stabby. Okay, we will just attack again. Especially if we draw a land here, we're going to start tripping these nightmares. Warehouse Tabbies. Like that. All right, cool. Here's 2 more life. And we could still represent the death touch trigger here. If they block here, we'll just double swing. Yeah. Best little warehouse. That's pretty great too. I like it. It's kind of a good scenario here. We'll do this to this. Cutting down on the creatures so that they want to do the thing, but they play 1 more creature and they're dead to curse. And Okiba, upkeep. Unless they got a trick here. It might, as we're hellbent. Oh, look at this. Target creature gains hexproof. That's 1 card. Too bad it didn't draw. Don't play another creature. They played another creature. And now you're dead. Unless they have life gain. I guess you could crack the Ginger Brute. Whoop. There we are. Okay, so again, the curse is really good. Don't think we're going to be needing Spellbomb here. Nightmare was actually surprisingly good. I'll take out 1 Vengeance, 1 of these. I'll bring in 1 of these. And let's get rid of, good grief, look at this. Just goes down and down and down. Let's just tinker about like this. Could bring this in for the enchantment. But don't want to overboard here. Just an option. It's nice that black has a way of getting rid of that kind of stuff, right? Maybe I'll forget how to play Magic in 2 weeks. So won't be playing all that much this next week. All right. We have a really good hand here. Early blockers outside of the little weeds will be all right there. think we'll probably lead off with Rekner Raid unless we see a 1-drop here, which we probably will. Not to be seen. All right, let's go. Boop. Let's raid. My favorite black card incoming. Well, no, that's Grip Rat. We all know that. Comrade Taby. Acoustic Kitty. Comrade Taby. I'm not quite getting it. Darn it. All right, well, we can just Taby Scorp here. Considered playing Siphon, not Siphon Soul. What's the one with Retrace? Something Soul. Comrade Stalin reference. All right, we'll just get our creatures out. Oh, interesting Mind Stab throw. Very cool. Like the men who stare at goats sort of angle, right? What was that? David Lazar with all his... It's funny how much that story holds up over the years. He keeps holding to the... what was that? That element that he discovered back in the 70s and claimed to be working for a lab. And they said, no, you never worked here. And then they found like his... in some of the papers and stuff, like he was actually just totally like one of the guys there, but they just immediately were like, no, he never worked here, and it's all this paperwork that showed he worked there, and it was all this top secret stuff, and crash landed blankety blanks. Pretty cool. Siphon Life, that's the one. All right, well, it's a cat. It's all right. I might just Blade here. It'd be funny, just turn off the Ninja Engine, make him slow roll it. That's pretty cool. Well, we've got another issue here. Okay, well, we have a blocker. Let's not do anything rash. We'll bring this out. We'll bring out the other Taby. Get a bunch of life and attack. I'm cool with killing a road captain, especially with a Taby out. They want to use another mutagenic trick here. One of my favorite cards in Pauper. Pretty much a counter spell. And a kill card. Little Fight Nice avatars couldn't be more accurate or different, right? I'm all about dark weather, playing in shade and staying out of sunlight. His name is just like, la. His avatar is just beaming sunlight. We always get a giggle out of that. Yeah, the more I better be careful what I say on this little public show, but the more you hear about the CIA, and as time goes on, especially like with the Kennedy assassination, it's pretty damn obvious that they had a whole lot to do with putting Kennedy in the ground. And then it's like, why are everybody that was involved is dead, and then they still aren't like okaying it? It just blows my mind. Let's block again. Just being feisty here. Probably got a mutagenic right all over this. He's like, damn it, let me through. No. No ninja for you, Mr. Moon Circuit. All right, there's that. We can't block. Maybe they will. Let's attack. I'm going to Tithing Blade here because it's just mean. Aha! No hexproof for you. You see a guard at the... You're going to have to hard cast your stuff. But yeah, it's just so damning. It's like, you know, egg on your face, super guilty. Everybody's dead, and we're still going to hide the evidence. Just like, my goodness, what's going on here? So he doesn't double commit here. I'm just going to Blade and keep attacking. Oh, okay, there's a double commission. Yay, frogs. When it enters, put a +1/1 counter and gain a life. Woo! It's actually pretty good against us, a two body, right? Problem is, they're probably going to want to sack that to when we do the Tithing Blade. Come on, Swamp. Swamp. And that's all right. Probably going to grab a swamp here. Let's attack. It's an interesting scenario here. Yeah, that's about what I would do. Well, this will die anyway, so let me sack the rat. Do what I'm supposed to do. Really wish that was a land, darn it. That sucks. But this guy's never a dead card. Let's go. I can trade with the ninja via that. You dirty rat. Yeah, maybe just dirty rat. Dirty rats. All right, let's block here so we can at least trade here and gain a life out of the deal. Trying so hard to get the ninjas online. There's the ninja. And this will go like this. We'll do this. Get a thing out of the deal. Where is our mana? What if it has 5? We have 2. Man, if those rats could block, this would probably be a whole nother level of deck. Sunshower Druid, keep it a minute. Well, we could Nightmare. It's interesting. Well, I could just block, kill. I like Nightmare. Let's get rid of their cards. Before combat, so they don't have any ways of a trick. There's a ninja. There's a ninja. Let's try another ninja. If you got rid of a ninja there, then the other one's probably a ninja, I would assume. All right. That's why we don't walk into that. And there's no reason to do nothing. I could attack with the road captain here. I think I'll do that. Block with Scorpion on the ninja. Dirty rat. Nizumi. I always sound like a shinobi. Nizumi. It's like a, what do you call, anime, Japanese voice. They always talk like that. Very serious. Hey. Oh, man, they refilled their hand. Darn it. Of one mind. Of one mind. Yikes. So good. Ilthuda. Ooh, I haven't seen this played since Zendikar. When it enters, target creature gains flying. I used to play that with Kiln Fiend lists and some Simic Infect. Good times. It's just having, if you watch this backload fight, you're having to work so hard to just draw one card via the ninja. Just don't think it's worth it. This card, that's strange. Tap a creature or hexproof. It's pretty good with ninjas. Okay, well, flying's gone. I'll just death touch, I guess. Or I can attack. They block with the Sunflower Druid. Okay, well, that'll get us more stuff. Really, really, really want some land. I swear I just heard a firework outside. Thank you for listening, list. I guess I attack. I think I'll leave this back to block. Let me blade here. Curse might be a better call, but that's why I can get more damage in. Especially if they want to mutagenic themselves. Let's go. Keep that back. Puts them at 6, 7, or 4. That way, if they draw dead, the blade will actually represent something. Or if we top deck on land, we'll be able to double play the Cursed Blade. Here comes this move. We do the thing. Wish I had Village Rites here. 2 and 2. More creatures for the party. Oh, I watched good old Crocodile Dundee again. I've always had a thing for those silly movies. They're so cheesy, and I know Australian culture has really nothing to do with that, but I just love them. Alrighty, well, we've got some real options here. I do believe I'm just the first two. I don't know. Formative years and all that. Let's go attack. Whambo. They're alive. The rats. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Yeah. Remember, I saw some documentary. I think it was another Dundee style, money grab movie that was on Prime, and they were talking about he had quite the career, I think, in Australia. He was kind of like the everyman there. I know we have some Aussie fans, so let me know that's the real deal. But they made it sound like he was just kind of everywhere. Then he went away. Then Crocodile then came back or came on and kind of resurfaced his whole career again. So I'm not sure if any of that's true. But yeah, I like those first two. All right, well, there's nothing to do here. I guess we could attack. Let's do this. If I attack with all of these, they have to block. They'll lose 2 creatures. And I can make something weak. Let's go. Cut down on critters. Well, that's not going to die. Those will trade. Strange. Okay. All right. Yeah, mana cost. We've got Chimpskey, Little Fight. The other one's skipping my mind at the moment. I always say Will in my head, and I always forget what his username is. Drawing a card. It's probably a creature. It's just we've got, including Nim's kids that, are kind of fans of the channel too, so just to prevent people from throwing something nasty up or something, so. And I know a lot of shops throughout the U.S., RIW Hobbies and stuff, sometimes have us up on the big screen and when we're live. So hello out there if you're doing it, and thank you to John out in Lincoln. Got to get out that way, man. Got no excuse now. All right, let's put on the last curse. Bloop. Put out a blocker. And pass the turn of inevitability. If I attack with both, that makes sense. I at least lose a ginger boot. They'll gain 3 life, though. But we don't lose a creature that way. Okay. You just die? I think I would have blocked. Down goes ginger. Still take 1. Now they can cast a creature. Just 1, though. Look at all these enchantments. My goodness. Crazy. So, yeah, I got the little what would you learn effect coming up here. Let's do this. Let's not do anything. I'll block here. If he wants to turn it into a ninja, that's fine. You can get rid of your big ninja. Probably drawing a bunch of creatures. She needs to block. Tough scenario. You play the creature, you go down to 1 life. Oh, always yield. Get him to 1. Then we attack, unless they got a fog effect here. Seems pretty good. Alrighty. Boop, boop, boop. So, here comes that time of the show when we ask the following question. Well, I learned that we're pretty susceptible to red decks, and even with all this hate, we weren't quite able to get there. So, I think 3 Campfires is enough. I don't like this last Vengeance, and we could probably do less with this. But right now, I think I'm going to type in Hadar. Hi. And we will put 3 of these in the side. Just so I draw them. I'm not quite sure if that's overboarding. That would be 6, 7, 8. Again, that's not too bad against a lot of that. Just so that we draw them early and often. I like 3 just because you're against red lists. You know, you do the thing and then they sack. All these goblins come out and then they're back again. And so it's not bad to have another option there. Of course, you could just run Crypt Rats or the like, but a lot of times your life's in jeopardy there. So I like kind of having that there. So that's what we learned. This is where I'm going to leave the list for now. Again, the original list, courtesy of DavidRoyale. It didn't have a sideboard, but this, for you curious folk out there, is what it was. And then Nested Shambler was in this list, and Demonic Appetite, which initially I was very like, oh, this is cool, because I've always loved this card. But as we saw, we couldn't really keep too many creatures out, and we were nibbling them to death with Village Rites. Now, I know you put this on there and you get 3 more targets, and that's great. The number of times that happened to me, 1. And I played it for about 4 days. And then it's if you had maybe a Bone Splitter main or something like that, I could see. I really like Shambler for its ability there, but this was just too inconsistent with it. And I know we can sacrifice the actual enchantment to like a Final Vengeance effects, which he had 2 main, but and then the leech, which I went over ad nauseum at the beginning of the show. So anyway, there, bye going away. Good luck with the pickleball. I will need it. yes. So again, we're going to be off next week. It won't be the only time in October. I think there's only going to be like 2 shows. I apologize, but come November, I'm pretty bedrock again. But October's just all up in the air right now. So anyway, y'all, thanks for joining me so much on this PauperGanda Saturday. I hope you're playing a whole lot. I'll be on most of the day and evening, and watching my 49ers tomorrow. I'm playing a lot of pickleball, as usual. Pickleball, pauper, pickleball, pauper. It's like a left-right punch, right? So this is me signing off. I'll see you in 2 weeks, hopefully with good stories about how my wife and I did okay. We're definitely probably not going to win. We'd have to. That would be I'll probably put it on the community tab if we win, sort of a live thing. But anyway, good luck to you, Diakuba. Stick with it, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Adios, as I go out with our old Parlance plays. See you in 2 weeks, everybody. Thanks for watching me, and like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Adios.